You're going to wind up getting what really, quite frankly, are the leftovers. This is Clematis. That's how I pronounce it. You pronounce it?
Clematis.
Clematis. This
Either
is
way.
An explosion of color.
Yes.
These are brand new today. This is another example of plants that solve problems. You can decorate with these in a way that you can't with others. That's a gorgeous plant.
And it's one of our designs.
Okay.
We designed this for you. You can't go to the nurseries and find anything like this. You find the single colors.
And everybody's seen that before, though.
Everybody's seen that. You want something that's like, oh my gosh, it's like our perennial hibiscus, all those three colors together.
Yep.
Here you've got vertical gardening. Roxanne De Palma will tell you that that is the way to go. If you've got a small space, you want some drama, a skyscraper of flowers, these blooms are up to 8 inches across. All of them are large, and the varieties we've got in this collection, oh my goodness, look at that.
Yep. It's 3 different varieties brought together. So you're going to get the one incredible plant for $46.44. And I agree, vertical gardening is kind of the hottest thing right now.
Indeed it is, and this variety right here, Carnaby, which is deep pink with that red Carnaby Street stripe. And I have to mention Carnaby Street because that was the precursor, they were the English precursor to the Summer of Love, when everything got
I didn't know that.
Off the chain and full of color and lots of fun and flowers in your hair. That's where it all started. Beetles, the whole works. But I love these flowers. They're called the Queen of the Climbers, and they're beautiful. That Rouge Cardinal is burgundy red, again, an enormous flower. And the third one in the collection, H.R. Young, which is violet blue. The vines themselves are 8 to 10 feet tall, triple the blooms and triple the color in this custom designed arrangement.
I still feel so bad.
What?
I just coughed. And the little guy up in the audio booth, I think it broke the windows.
Oh, my dear.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. This is a chance to have excitement in your garden.
Well, and who doesn't want excitement?
Yes.
You know, I'm getting older now, and the excitement's going to have to be in the garden. that's just a fact.
What we've done here, this is only a fraction of how big they'll get this year.
Yes.
And so think about it. I mean, this is a gorgeous trellis, but it's boring. It's cold. It's naked.
Yeah. Cover it up.
Yeah.
Buy a pair of these, one on either end of it, or if you've got a lamp post, they're great to go on a lamp post or even the mailbox.
How do you train them, Philip? How do we get the best out of these?
What I do, if I've got a post, I wrap it with chicken wire.
Okay.
And it has got all these tendrils. It attaches itself.
It'll kind of find its way.
Yes, it finds its way. That's all you need to do. And the mailman will appreciate this down by the mailbox because bees are not all over it.
Oh.
So it's not like, hi, yeah, how do I get the mail in the mailbox?
That's cool.
It's beautiful, and once they get established, they will take a dry situation in the mailbox. Sometimes the hose doesn't reach all the way down there.
Agreed.
You know, every now and then you water it, and then you're good to go.
A couple other considerations.
Yes.
This is a perennial that will come back to you year after year after year. And I was going to let's show them how it ships. And this will ship at the appropriate time for planting in your neighborhood.
That's correct. Don't worry about that. When it arrives, get to planting. And this is the way it is. All 3 varieties, I'll hold it against my shirt so you can really see it. All 3 varieties are in the same pot. You've got the little trellis to get it going, but by goodness, it's going to go further than this. Even if you just put it on a tall tomato cage.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be fancy. Whatever you put it on, it will cover. So it doesn't have to be a beautiful obelisk or anything like that.
Yep.
Forget about it.
What you do so extraordinarily well, I mean, when you go to the garden centers and you see Clematis, it's one color, relatively boring.
Yes.
And you really have done the designer touch of blending these 3 together. It becomes a focal point that otherwise you would not have.
And the blooms are open at night.
Oh.
So if you pick up the shepherd's hook with the beautiful light glow from the Scott brothers, if you pick that up, grow this up the shepherd's hook.
That's cool.
Then you're really in business then.
Yeah. And it's different. $46.44. By the way, standard shipping and handling, that's free. That's covered. In all areas of our country. Item number is M53215. I do have one question I didn't have a chance to ask you yesterday.
Go ahead.
Can Clematis be trained to climb trees, so to speak?
You
Or
would
is that not good for the tree?
well, it's going to need a little bit more sun than that.
Okay, all
so
right.
I would want it to have sun, so I tend to like to have them out. You can put them in with your climbing roses, though. If
Okay.
you've got climbing honeysuckle, they're great companions for that, too. These are reliable. In Aspen, Mississippi, they do need frost. That's it, not cold, cold weather.
Right.
But the queen of the climbers, there's not a more elegant climbing vine than the Clematis.
And it's exciting to watch. I mean, start your youngsters, your children, your grandchildren off on this passion of gardening, and it will carry them through the rest of their life.
It really will, and what I like about the versatility of this plant, if you've got some scruffy looking holly bushes,
Okay.
these will grow over the holly bushes without shading them out too much because they don't have a great deal of foliage.
Okay. Gorgeous. Coming up, and always one of my favorites, love to grow the plants where you get to eat. We'll be showing you the ultimate in blueberries coming up in just a bit. This is stunning.